maybe on the rebuilding phase of their process. So look for the girls to come out tonight and really put the hammer down early.
Yeah, I tell you, Dan, and you mentioned it, what an exciting game last night to start the season. And here we are for our first home game to get back to good old-fashioned Tiger and Lady Tiger soccer. So excited about the upcoming season. You mentioned a strong performance last night at Trigg. Some very powerful performances. Personally, by the offense and defense was very stalwart. So again, looking forward to a phenomenal season. The field here at Tiger Stadium looks great. You know, as much as I hate to, I complimented Will Brown and his team. I think it must be one of those things he probably stayed away from it, had Frankie and some of the other individuals taking care of the field, because I've never seen it look so good. So, again, we appreciate all they do, and looks like the crowd's coming in, so we look forward to a great game this evening.
And a different starting time tonight, 5:30 for a varsity game, not the usual thing in girls high school soccer, but Lyon County plays a lot of their JV players at the varsity level, so they had to switch the game times up tonight. Usually varsity is a 7 o'clock tip-off. So tonight, 5:30, crowd just starting to roll in. We'll get the Battle at Sun over the Hosier Mill building for a while tonight. So
we've been used to that over the last year or two.
That's always a tough situation.
So we're getting some.
We're getting ready to do the starting lineups here in a little bit. I don't know if Lyon County, did they bring theirs up, or is Eric going to do the starting lineups?
Eric's going to do it.
Okay.
So we're going to hold off and let you listen to the starting lineups.
I think Eric's doing it. I think Coach is doing it.
Coach is going to do our starting lineups.
Like Eric. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know if this is a back by popular demand situation.
Right. Looks like we have a.
Well, Joe, I'll let you take it until we do these.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a new announcer starting off the year. Of course, we're going to bring the starting teams out front here at beautiful Butler Stadium, and everyone get ready as we honor our America with our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Butler Stadium. If you will, stand and remove your caps as we play the national anthem. And now let's introduce tonight's starting lineups. First for the Lyon County Lady Lions. Number 3, Nicole Spindler. Number 25, Ashton Breedlove. Number 9, Alexis Henniger. Number 8, Mia Myers. Number 32, Sabrina Gates. Number 7, Kate Gray. Number 1, Mackenzie Lewis. Number 2, Emily Smith. Number 11, Krista Cummins. Number 21, Destiny Dykes. And number 2, Sydney Hoffman. And now, Lady Tiger fans, get on your seat. Out of your seat, or on your feet. We'll make it rhyme one way or another. Introducing the starting lineups for your Caldwell County Lady Tigers. 00, Drew Hadley Thomas. Number 1, Taywolf Freeman. Number 2, Mackenzie Smiley. Number 3, Lucy Goffinette. Number 8, Maggie Ginn. Number 10, S.G. Carnahan. Number 13, Kelsey Adams. Number 14, McKenna Jackson. Number 16, Marion Janina. Number 17, Hannah Young. And number 19, Lainey Fletcher. God bless you players and have a good game.
Well, you can't beat that for announcing our starting lineup. Then I was impressed with the impromptu the announcing of the Lady Tigers. They some of them look back. I don't know if you're watching any of those at home. Of course, you can join us on WPKY online. Some of the Lady Tigers were looking back, shaking their heads as Dennis was announcing them. I don't know what that meant, but I think they enjoyed it, and I think it's a great segue into our start here.
Well, we had some fun the other night during the scrimmage, Joe, and they came up. I asked before the game if anybody wanted to have their names mixed with a nickname, and several of them did. So we went through, and a couple of them said, "I want to sound like a wrestler when you do me." So we did that. Mackenzie was telling me no because she went with Big Mac Mackenzie the other night.
What are you talking about? That's excellent on Mackenzie's part.
So we are underway here at Butler Stadium. Lyon County with first possession. They play it back. Midfield brings it up. Caldwell County now has it. Mackenzie Smiley takes it right side to Goffinette. Quick pass back over to Smiley. Splits two players. Comes up. Stolen away by Lyon County momentarily, but Fletcher puts a shot on goal. Easily picked up. A little play. A little far outside for that kick. Not much on it. Lyon County easily scoops that one, and they'll come out for the kick at the 18.
Good to see that aggressive move forward for the Lady Tigers, Dennis.
That's what Eric is really wanting to push this year, is to get that defense to step up and really take the pressure to the other team. Ball played to the side now. Goffinette tries to save it, goes out across the sideline.
You can't be passive on that run. If you're going to make that run, you got to make it hard. Let her hit it through. Don't catch it even with you.
Turn me down. Okay.
You can already hear Coach giving a lot of direction starting off. Dennis, like to see, again, the Tigers look good fundamentally starting off. Oh,
good touch pass down to Goffinette. She puts the cross on. Fletcher gets it high on the ankle over the back of the net, but that looked good from the quick pass from Smiley back over to Goffinette with the cross from her over to Fletcher. That's what you want to see out of this team. They're going to work on that. It's early in the year. They still got to build a little teamwork along the way, but that looked good from the start.
I tell you, that's a lot of what we saw the other evening, Dennis, is that middle of the Tiger team controlling and moving, using those wings to get that ball back into the middle.
Kick from the 6 out, picked off there by Smiley. Smiley's coming up, still playing with that knee brace. Got a little bit of a knee injury. Didn't play a lot last night. Taylor Freeman puts it into the corner down. Fletcher giving chase. Tries to play it back out. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Lions. And our microphones may be able to pick up Coach Jacobs just a little bit, giving some instruction out here. Ball kicked out of bounds by Lyon County. It'll be Caldwell County throw right at midfield across the way. Early in the contest, just a couple of minutes gone by, no score.
Beautiful night. Come out and enjoy the soccer game. Got a good crowd already, and looks like they keep coming in. So,
yeah, early start tonight, but there's not much better than to come out here, get a good sandwich, popcorn at the concession stand, and watch some of these kids play because it is fun.
absolutely.
Ball back to midfield. Picked up there by Adams. Adams plays it up to Jackson. Jackson finds Taylor Freeman. Taylor gets it to Smiley. Smiley with the little pooch kick. She was looking for Janina. Janina playing up. Now Goffinette with the shot just a little bit high. Not much over that corner, but
Yeah, beautiful
still
pass by Macy over to Lucy, who had a nice look and just got a little underneath that ball.
And you've got a player playing up front in Meriden Janina that's generally been playing in defense in most of her high school career, but this defensive line back here is just like a stone wall.
They really are, Dennis, and I tell you, it's amazing. Meriden looks like a natural up front as front forward striker, and she had 3 goals the other night.
Yeah, had the hat trick last night in Katy, so a great job by her. And good attack by Janina, comes down, but scooped up by the Lyon County goalie right at the top of the 6.
Yeah, Lady Lyons giving a lot of fight here starting off. Tiger's been pressuring, so hopefully they'll keep that pressure on and get one in the back of the net.
Yeah, this back line's got Carnahan, Young, Adams, and Jackson, so you're not going to find many better back lines in high school girls soccer. Taylor Freeman now gets it, pushes it up. Nice pass from Taylor over to Mackenzie Smiley. They're going to work the left-hand side. Through kick goes to Janina. Janina wanted the touch pass to a streaking Fletcher. Just barely picked away by Lyon County.
Yeah, good play by the Lyon County defenseman because that was shaping up nicely for the Tigers.
And Joe, Lyon County knows they have the work cut out trying to stop this offense that put up 7 goals last night. So everybody for Lyon County well back on their side of the field defensively. That one goes over the end line. It'll be a free kick from the 6 for Lyon County. Caldwell County able to push actually a couple of their back line players. You've got Jackson a good 10 yards into the offensive end. Also Carnahan inching up.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, like you were saying earlier before we started the game, that aggressive approach by the Tigers that they're going to do this year. So happy to see that.
Goffinette is doing a great job down here, Joe, early on in this game. She's had the chance for a couple of kicks on goal, but she's also looked to pass first, and that's what you really want from that position, getting that cross.
Yeah, I made mention this team certainly very unselfish. A lot of great, crisp passing just to start off. And it seems like the synergy is wonderful.
Lyon County's first dance tonight in the Caldwell defensive end, but quickly cleared away by Jackson up to Freeman, over to Smiley. Smiley gets it up to Goffinette. Ball kicked by Lyon County back out to midfield, and they'll gain possession right at the midfield stripe, but the kick's going to go wide and be out of bounds in front of the Lady Tiger bench. It'll be a throw-in for the home team.
Both teams starting off well, trying to get control of that middle of the field.
And, Joe, another strength of the Lady Tigers this year is a very deep bench, and we look down below us right now in front of our broadcast booth. 4 players set to check in inside the first 6 minutes of the ball game. So that's a strength that this team will be able to use all season.
You know, especially as the season wears on, Dennis, you know what a physical game soccer is, and just to keep your players healthy, the fact that you have a deep bench like this really should make a difference toward the end as we enter district play.
Oh, absolutely, because you're going to have twisted ankles, pulled hamstrings, twisted knees. You're going to have a lot of that throughout the season, and this bench is really going to make a difference. That ball's going to scoot through before Janina could get to it. It'll be picked up and kicked from the 18 by Lyon County. Big bounce across midfield, controlled there by Sarah Grace Carnahan. She puts a nice step-over move on, takes it at midfield, looks for Fletcher far side. Fletcher has it, going to come back this side, looking for Goffinette. And, Joe, one of the key things, as it is on just about every high school girls team, is that center midfielder. And Taylor Freeman has played that spot all 4 years. And you're not going to find a more unselfish player than Taylor, one that can control the game. She keeps her composure, and she's just exactly what you look for in that position.
I tell you, Dennis, you couldn't have said it. I couldn't have said it any better because, you know, it was evident last night just seeing where she picked up from last year, distributing the ball, knowing when to press forward herself to take that shot, helping out on defense. I mean, just impressive all the way around.
Yeah, and the thing I like about her, she's going to get her share of goals, but she's happy when others score because she's such a team player.
Absolutely.
McEnany with a shot on goal. Nice stop.
Beautiful stop.
Good follow and just over the bar.
Wow, that was a great barrage, a great pass coming in from Pookie, and who else we have over there? number 12.
12 is Matea Butts.
Yeah, she
is checked into the ball game.
She helped move that ball over to the middle, and McEnany got off two nice strikes. Great.
Okay, I'm going to change
save.
McEnany. Is there a pin? I was going to change her number on this to number 7. They've got her down as number 24 on here.
Yeah, I had a few changes through the year.
So a few new players: Butts, McEnany, Trailer, and number 23 is Sophie Littlefield.
Yeah, again, you mentioned the depth, and they came in, made an immediate impact, so you don't lose anything. The Tigers are switching players and keeping fresh players.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing the difference it can make.
And especially, Joe, early in the season, when you've still got some late August, early September heat, that will be a big factor if you can bring in 5 or 6, 7 players deep.
Yeah, absolutely. We're feeling the heat up here, and we're not doing anything.
Ball back to Adams, an impressive freshman wearing number 13, and that's a number dear to my heart as my daughter wore that. Actually, for 5 years, she was in the last class that could play as 8th graders.
I tell you, Kelsey, probably remind you a lot of your daughter out here, Dennis. Aggressive, smart player, great left and right leg. Kelsey
Absolutely.
Is a tremendous addition, along with Hannah Young, 2 freshmen coming up to help the defense and make an immediate impact on varsity.
Littlefield with the rush. Ball still loose in the 18.
Great ball.
Good kick down and a shot. I think they're going to call offsides on Pookie, and we'll have to give them that one. Sometimes that's a questionable call or kind of subjective, but we'll have to agree with him there. She did get a pretty good jump down into the box.
She was ready. She was on that far post. She was ready. She just might have been a little too ready.
You can, early in the season, you can live with the aggressiveness right there and learn from that mistake.
Absolutely. And it's a challenge for these referees only having 2. There's referee shortage out there, and only an availability of only having 2 refs per game does make it challenging for them.
It is, and they're somewhat older than these players. This heat's going to affect them a little bit also. Although the one guy across the field is not much older than the player. Right. Pookie came up, stepped on the ball where she had a good opening to that corner. Stolen back away by Jackson. Ball still loose right in the midfield circle. McEnany comes back, picks it up in a good battle. Nice step over move by Kaylee. She gets it over to Taylor Freeman. Taylor looks up the field, picks Littlefield for the pass. She'll go down into the right corner. Cross is going to come up into the side of the net. Didn't really get set. And that's a play where Sophie's going to take a little bit more time as the season goes along. Nobody really pressuring her. She had time to come around, maybe get a little better angle for that cross. Rushed it a little bit, but that's the second game of the season and maybe a little jitters right now.
Yeah, I would agree. And Sophie has made that play before. You just, like you said, might be a little jitters, but she'll settle in. She's an outstanding addition as well to this varsity.
Just about 11 minutes into the game, Sophie pushed from the back. No call on that. Nice pass down to Pookie. Had the shot for just a minute. Now Sophie comes in, almost got the kick on it before the goalie picked it up for Lyon County. But you like that aggressive play.
I tell you, they're threatening. There's no doubt. Tigers are threatening. Nice kick.
Kick up, bounces across midfield. Controlled by SG Carnahan is what she says she likes to go by.
Good.
So SG has it. Deflected away. Now again gives chase middle of the field.
SG's another one. Had an outstanding game yesterday, Dennis.
One of the strongest legs on the team.
I tell you, and just control. Beautiful.
Pass picked off at midfield by Lyon County. They're going to try to feed it to this side. Goes out of bounds in front of the Lady Tiger bench, and it'll be a throw as substitutes are ready to come back in. Smiley, Goffinette, Fletcher, and Janina re-enter the ball game.
So again, you look at this just switch. Tigers able to keep fresh legs on the field, moving these midfielders and forwards in and out.
And I think those players that came out probably got a little chat about some aggressiveness because they looked a little bit flat coming out here, especially first home game of the season. And I'm sure he wanted to build just a little bit of fire and get some aggressive play out of those girls.
Oh, yeah. And like you said, you can hear the coach, hear a lot of what he's saying. He's coaching the whole game, which is great.
And, Joe, you've been around him for a couple of years. The thing I like about Coach Jacobs is that he prepares for each game. And if he needs to change his plan, and you're going to change your plan when you play a Lyon County as opposed to playing a Henderson or a UHA, he studies each team and knows exactly what he wants to do. And that's when I talk to him before games, he has an idea of what he wants to accomplish and what his girls need to do that night. And that's one of the things that got a district championship coming back to Princeton last year.
Yeah, I tell you, Caldwell's been fortunate with the caliber of Lady Tiger coaches that we've had over the years, and Coach Jacobs has really stepped in and done just as nice a job with us.
Nice back kick by Fletcher just over the bar. If that goalpost was about a foot higher, we'd be a 2-0 lead right now. Still 26 minutes left in the first half and no score so far. All Caldwell County up to this point, though, realistically.
Yeah, they have really controlled the game and keeping the pressure on the poor Lyon County defense and goalie.
McKenna Jackson's going to come out of the ball game as Morgan McDaniels enters, number 26.
Another freshman.
Now Goffinette in the corner, takes a little more time, puts the cross on, looking for Janina. Kick kind of bounced a little high on her. She was able to get a foot on it, but scooped up easily by the keeper for Lyon County. She'll come out, shanks that one a little bit. Looked like one of my wedge shots. It goes over to the far sideline. That'll go out of bounds. Looks like it went offline, but
Dennis, as a golfer, that's a word I never like to hear.
Yeah, I hate to even say shank, even if it's in soccer. I don't want it to bleed over to Saturday.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And my game's been known to do that.
McDaniels takes a nice pass over to Freeman. Freeman finds Fletcher looking for Janina. And Lyon County really has that defense packed, Joe. You've got the back line, plus you've got a midfielder or maybe two of them dropping back. And even their forwards not going across the center stripe hardly in at all early in this contest.
Yeah, they're keeping that line, and it's going to take multiple passes or a quick run for the Tigers to really have that strong chance.
Pass back out, comes over to Ginn tripped up. It'll go to Lyon County, but Goffinette there to make the steal. Now she's got some room to come down the right-hand side, bump on the shoulder, letting them play a little bit tonight, which is good. Ball back out to Freeman. Freeman with a nice step move, stolen away by Lyon. Did you see how Taylor had the ball stolen away, but immediately turned in a defensive position, almost as a second nature? That's what makes her an all-region player.
Yeah, she doesn't give up.
Ball over to Smiley, back to the top of the circle. Back to Freeman. Freeman with a nice through ball, looking for Janina. She feeds it over to Fletcher. Fletcher puts it in the middle, looking for Goffinette. Goffinette has it. Two players looking at her. Now she's going to come out with the kick and in. Nice move, Lucy Goffinette. 24 minutes left in the first half. Lucy Goffinette with the score.
And you mentioned it. That started on the left side of the field, Dennis. They make a play to the middle. Janina makes a play over to Goffinette. Goffinette makes a nice move around the defenseman and a low shot. Keeps that ball low and on the ground and sneaks it past the goalie. What a great goal.
And something she learned last year as one of the younger players, she had so much patience on that play down there. She learned that last year. She took her time, didn't feel rushed, saw the goalie come and looked up the field and did a great job.
Yeah, that's a great goal for the Lyon County. Lady Tigers to score their first goal against the Lyon County Lions.
So it's Caldwell 1-0. About 24 minutes left to go in the first half. Ball played back to Goffinette. Kicked away by Lyon County. But the hustle by Goffinette chases it down just outside the 18. Big lob into the box. Nice play on it.
That's Becca Siebert. Yep,
Becca Siebert.
She came in after the goal. And again, another phenomenal striker for the Lady Tigers. Just a lot.
Carnahan's going to put a big boot on it from about 30 yards out. Hooks.
Beautiful. Controlled
by Fletcher. Headed in towards the goal, but snapped away by the keeper.
Great idea. And who do you have? You got Smiley and
Smiley, Fletcher.
Over there, ready on the far bar, ready to put
Siebert,
the ball in.
And Goffinette up front for the Lady Tigers.
My brain locked up a little. I was trying to say Laney's number, and I locked up.
Taylor will get a well-deserved break as McEnany will take the midfield spot.
You know, and McEnany, another freshman. So you see these freshmen coming in and making an impact on this varsity. Very impressive. Very
Came up to the scrimmage the other night, Joe. I looked over into the dugout, and there were at least 7 substitutes that I remember. McEnany with a nice ball down the line. I don't think Goffinette's going to be able to catch up to it. And it'll roll out of bounds deep in Lyon County's end. So it'll be throw in for the Lady Lions. Good header there by Goffinette over to Smiley. Now the ball is kicked high in the air coming towards the Lyon County bench and out of bounds. It'll be Lady Tiger ball. Carnahan will take the throw on this one.
Ball comes into play right over Smiley. Nice flick. Move down the middle. Smiley again intercepts a clearing attempt by Lyon County. Feeds Laney. Nice shot and in. What a beautiful play.
Absolutely.
Lyon County trying to clear the zone. Smiley comes in, cuts it off, moves the ball over again, moves the ball to the middle, and Laney Fletcher dribbles in and finishes that one. Strong kick, middle of the net.
That was a great pass, a great patience by Mackenzie Smiley to have that ball, and that's something that's really standing out to me early in this game, Joe, is the patience that these players up front have. Smiley found that opening and fed it in a perfect spot.
Yes.
Now Janina back at the midfield spot, feeds it up to Goffinet. She looks for McEnany. Goffinet has it go off her leg. Janina has it. Now Lyon County able to get possession about as deep as they've had it so far tonight.
Yeah, so they moved Macy back to the middle of the field now.
Oh, Macy, I mean, Meriden's
Meriden.
I call her Macy a couple of times too last year, and when
know,
Macy
right?
would do a game with me, she would kind of look at me.
Well, the Janinas have a long history of family soccer.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
ball played up to Seibert. Seibert
nice
gets
pass.
it over to McEnany. McEnany's sized it up for just a minute. I think she wanted to pull that trigger, Joe, from about 18, decided to take it on in. Shot on goal is picked up easily from Smiley. And, Joe, one thing the people that's been around soccer a lot and played club soccer realizes when Lyon County packs this defense in like this, long passes are almost useless because you've got purple jerseys just about everywhere you're going to kick. The passes are going to have to be short. They're going to have to be on foot. And they're going to have to be crisp. You're going to have to look up the field and know where the players are. The Lady Tigers, I think, have done great with that in the first half of this first half.
Yeah, and you see a lot of those combinations, Dennis, and I saw them yesterday as well. A lot of these 1-2 combinations, and the players clearly understanding that next level of moving without the ball.
Absolutely.
And just what you spoke of, these long runs, when that defense is bunched up, that's how you got to get that ball through.
Yeah, it's got to be the short passes, and I think their spacing has been pretty good tonight. Even when you've got freshmen playing out there, they seem to know where the spaces are and where to be at the right time. Just like that one there, Seibert has one-on-one if she can get to it, but kicked away by Lyon County. But the only chance she had to be in that spot was to be where she was supposed to be in the lineup, and she did a great job of that.
Yeah, and that's good. That's a good point. Their spacing and positioning has looked good. You know, especially like you said for the beginning of the season. Now they, you know, granted, the Lady Lions are probably a little bit more rebuilding, but the Tigers, you like to see them practicing fundamental soccer, which they're doing.
Yeah, this is a Lady Tiger soccer team that's got some big expectations, especially defending district champions. They're looking to do a little bit better in the region, a lot better in the region if my opinion is worth the 2 cents. But
yeah, no,
I think they've got a chance to actually win the region. You're going to go through Henderson to win a region, but I think this is a team that can do that. Probably the first legitimate team that could do it since maybe 2010.
I tell you, Dennis, it's exciting.
It is.
You know, and I know you know these Lady Tigers well. You, of course, had come from a soccer family yourself. Cortland being, I guess, your last one to play, but always followed the Lady Tigers and Tiger soccer. So, you know, the chance of this team having the amount of success possible is something to look forward to this season.
And much like Coach Barnes on the football side, this schedule is not for the faint of heart. No, I mean, you're going to play some of the powerhouses. You're going to play Henderson and UHA in the All-A Classic. You're going to play some of the big schools. Madisonville, of course, on the schedule, the big district contest. So it's going to be a fun year. Butts does a good job saving that one
that ball in,
down the near side, has it stolen away. She had a little too much momentum going. Now Jackson back in the lineup. She's going to take the right defensive side.
You know, she pinched in. Nice ball to McEnany. Oh, nice shot.
Wow.
Oh, just another one right over the crossbar.
Yeah, she lowers that about a foot, and she's got 2 goals tonight.
Yeah.
But that was some good power. She set that ball up, knew where she wanted to take it from. Strong right leg.
Nice play by McKenna. Good from the back, pinching in from the defensive moving the ball up and making a great pass to McEnany.
Smiley comes out, is going to rest that knee a little bit. I'm sure Coach Jacobs doesn't want to overdo her early on as she recovers from that slight knee injury.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to be well aware of her, how she's doing on the field.
Yeah. So back line right now consists of number 26. That's Morgan McDaniels, Jackson, Young, and Adams. So a very young back line right now in for the Lady Tigers. Jackson, of course, is a senior, but you've got
3 freshmen.
That's what I was going to say. McDaniels is a freshman. Adams is a freshman, and Young also a freshman. So you're right, just a really, really young lineup on that back line. Now Taylor Freeman has it, plenty of time. She feeds it down into the corner. Fletcher with a left-footed shot, finds a net.
Fletcher's
nice left-footed shot.
For that left foot. I mean, just, well, once again, you have Taylor who understands the game, draws the defense to her, and then threads a pass right in stride to Laney, who moves it up 2 spots and drills it. Beautiful goal.
And you're absolutely right. That started with the patience of Taylor Freeman. As she had the ball, nobody really stopped her, and that's what you're told to do as a player. Until somebody stops you with the ball, keep going, and maybe you'll get the shot off yourself. But she fed that ball through in a perfect spot for Laney. Laney didn't try to set it up for a right-footed kick. She let that left rip. And her second goal of the night makes it 3-0 Lady Tigers. About 15 minutes left in this first half here at Butler Stadium. That one goes out of bounds.
And it's hot out here, but we appreciate the efforts from both these teams and our reffing staff.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the actual temperature. Sometimes they will take a break at the 20-minute mark, or maybe I've seen every 10 minutes to let them have some water. Looks like they're going to do the whole half tonight. Ball batted around at midfield, controlled by Freeman. She's going to roll it back, looks up the field, tries to go down the line.
You made to add weather?
No, it's not necessary. I mean, you can.
Kicked out of bounds by Lyon County just so they can reset the defense. And Littlefield will go over for the throw deep in the offensive end for the Lady Tigers. She puts it back over to Freeman. Freeman had an opening just a second, puts a shot low on goal. Rebound shot comes in. A great save. Butts put a nice shot on there. Ball still live inside the 18. Matea hustles over, puts it back across the net, and picked up by Lyon County. I think that's a ball, Joe. They were all expecting to go out of bounds. It didn't. Everybody kind of looking around like they bought a ticket for a minute.
Yeah, Matea went down there and got her own rebound. Yeah, I think they were, one, surprised. What a great save by the Lyon County goalie. And then, two, that ball stayed in.
Into the ball game defensively for the Lady Tigers is number 9, Kara Morris. Ball's going to be played back, and the first time Drew Thomas has been able to touch a ball so far in this half. She kicks it out almost to midfield, top of the circle. Good hustle play there by number 13, Adams. Adams gets it up to McEnany. McEnany feeds it down the line for Butts. A little bit too far in front of her, and it's out of bounds in front of the Lady Lion bench. Throw in for the purple. Morris has it, missed the kick, goes back, gets it. Tries to find Freeman.
Whoop.
And a relatively whistle-free game so far tonight, Joe. The girls are playing good. No real bumps to speak of.
No, real clean play on both sides of the field. Still physical, though. They're very physical. Good efforts on both sides as well.
And one of the things, Joe, you watch these teams. Kayla was playing JV ball last year, so you're familiar with them. This is a quick team, a smart team, but they're not afraid to put an elbow in somebody or put a hip into somebody. They can play physical if they have to, but right now this game is really taking the pace that they like to have.
Yes, they, again, both sides playing a good, clean physical game, and you like to see that.
You do. But if you want to try to get back on our defensive side and muscle up McKenna Jackson or Sarah Grace Carnahan, you're in for something then.
Kelsey Adams, Hannah Young, you're off. I don't know that I want to go in against any of them.
No.
Morgan McDaniels, they're all a tough defensive team.
Good deflection there by McEnany. He came up,
nice
tried to get it
play.
through a couple of players. Now, that's Littlefield goes after it on the far sideline. That's going to roll out of bounds. It'll still be Lady Tiger ball. Throw in goes to McEnany. Little deflection.
Yep.
A big grouping right there. Caldwell County's going to have to get that out. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and plug it real quick. We'll talk more about it at halftime. The first football game of the season. We're at home Friday night as Caldwell County takes on Christian County. Coach Barnes' show with Bob Hayes at 6 o'clock. We'll have the pregame show at 6:30. And then live action as Caldwell takes on a highly ranked Christian County team at 7 o'clock. That's at Tiger Stadium. So we'll hope everybody will tune in for that or check us out on WPKYonline.com for the live feed.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting start. Tough, like you
It
said,
is.
like the Tiger soccer team's tough road for the Tiger football team, but that's all right.
Yeah, get them ready for that district play, and that there's no warming up
No.
with the schedule we have. You've got Christian County, Graves County, and Hoptown right off the bat.
Right
So
into the fire.
it'll be a good season. We hope everybody will tune in for that. And I think we're on the air again Thursday night, weather permitting, as the men take the field in soccer. I'm not sure, I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I think that game is a 7 o'clock kick here at Butler Stadium.
I'm pretty sure that's correct, Dennis.
Back to the action here. Taylor Freeman has it. Little drop off to Matea Butts. Good pass by Matea, almost off the foot of Pookie Trailer. That was a great pass by Matea Butts, right on the far post.
Great cross, great play.
Pookie was just
Almost in.
a fraction of an inch off on that one from putting that in for the fourth goal of the first half. Again, it's almost like in hockey, a full line change coming up because you've got 5 players set to check in for the Lady Tigers.
Get a quick look at our group coming in as the ball comes out.
Again, has it over to Littlefield. Littlefield takes it, puts up to Pookie Trailer. Wanted to hit Freeman, gets away from her, but back to Pookie. Drops it down inside the 6, but picked up by the keeper for Lyon County. Fletcher, Janina, Carnahan, Smiley, and Goffinette set to check in at the next break for Caldwell County. Good hustle far side by Littlefield. It goes off of her, though. It'll be a Lyon County throw. Just under 9 minutes left in the first half. Caldwell leads this one 3-0. 2 goals by Laney Fletcher, and the first goal of the night by Lucy Goffinette. Good touch pass by Matea Butts, finds Pookie Trailer, far corner, good shot in, goal for Pookie.
Great start. Ball comes in, McEnany feeds Matea. Matea puts a great pass to the middle to Pookie Trailer. And Pookie draws the goalie out, makes a great strike, low shot to the corner.
And, yeah, you're right. She looked up, knew where she wanted to put that ball, and it was pinpoint accurate on that far bar. So Caldwell County ups the lead to 4-0 with 8 minutes left in the first half. Lyon County puts the ball in play, rolls it back. Good chase there by Smiley, not letting Lyon County set up. They're applying the pressure. Now Lucy Goffinette comes over. Ball kept in for a second, kicked out of bounds by Lucy, but some great pressure by the Lady Tigers. Throw in comes up, controlled by Young. Young with a nice drop up to Smiley. Smiley now one-on-one with the Lyon County defender. Lyon County's defender goes down, no call, back over to Freeman. Freeman spun on it a little bit, couldn't get control of it. It'll go out of bounds. Let's see which way they take it. Lady Tiger ball right at midfield. Ball to Taylor Freeman. Lyon County now has 2 players looking at it. Gets it over to Ginn. Ginn up to Taylor. Taylor's going to switch fields, looking for Fletcher far side. Back to Taylor. Taylor fights 2 players and still comes up with it. Great job by Taylor to ward off 2 Lyon County defenders. Comes back to the ball, gets it back to Jackson. Jackson up to Freeman. Freeman has it taken away about halfway between the 18 and the midfield circle. Ball bounces around some. Picked up by Goffinette. Now Lyon County comes out with it. Joe, I'm liking this Caldwell County defense as Lyon County's having trouble even dribbling 3, 4, 5 feet before somebody is in front of the ball.
Yeah, they're attacking it right away. And Dan, we're making some adjustments on the video. We understand it's lagging a little, so our tech man Darren is on it.
All right.
We're going to make some adjustments, so we'll just keep broadcasting, and hopefully our
Nice feed up to Janina. Easy. Probably the easiest goal Meriden going to get all season.
Yeah, I tell you, I wanted to quiet down there because what a great pass by Smiley. Again, the Tigers move the ball up the middle. The midfielder understands, puts the ball to Janina, and like you said, I think that's probably going to be your easiest this season.
Oh, yeah, we could probably record that and play that back several times this season. These seniors have played a lot of games together. In fact, the majority of the seniors played travel ball together for years. So you're going to see a lot of kids that know each other really well, and it showed on that one. Janina has it taken away, bottom of the circle. Now Lyon County comes back on the offensive end. They'll take it down the right side. Jackson steps in front of it. Adams clears it away big for Caldwell County down the left side of the field. Smiley in a battle. Won by Lyon County. Back up to midfield. They want to play the through ball. Nice hook kick by Jackson. Brings it back to Ginn. Ginn drops it down to Adams. Caldwell County will settle it down, try to make some passes to get this turned back up the field. Fletcher has it now far sideline, feeds it over to Jackson. Jackson puts it middle of the field to Goffinette. Goffinette with a nice block, but Lyon County able to get it. Gets behind Young. She gives chase, comes over to the right side. She's going to clear it up out of bounds right under the broadcast booth. Lyon County throw in.
Little pressure by Lyon County, moving the ball in the middle. Defense collapsing nicely, clearing the ball up.
Caldwell County up 5-0. Just over 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Freeman now with the ball and some room at midfield. Looks it over. Nice lane. She finds McKenzie Smiley. McKenzie now inside the 18. Left-footed shot just over the back of the net. No good, but nice pass by Taylor Freeman. So Lyon County's keeper will spot this one at the corner of the 6, put it back in play. JV game still to follow tonight as Lyon County plays a lot of their JV players on varsity, so the varsity time moved up to 5:30 tonight here at Butler Stadium. Kick out blocked by Fletcher. She's got some room inside the 18. Nice crossover move. Now puts a shot on goal. Oh, tipped. Hit the bar. It'll be a corner kick. First one of the night for the Lady Tigers.
What a move. And again, nice play by the Lyon County goalie to save a goal.
Early in the season, that's a whale of a move by Laney Fletcher to be able to cross that ball back behind herself, pick it back up, and put the shot on. She's going to get quicker as the season goes. She gets that opportunity again against some of these better teams. That's going to be a great scoring opportunity.
Like I said, our first corner kick of the game, so we'll see how the Tigers set this up.
Never mind, McKenzie, take it.
Looks like our
And Caldwell County is going to switch
better.
up. Freeman. This is the play, Joe. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. Ball is already in play where Taylor touched it. McKenzie able to bring it right in, put the shot on goal, and didn't get it like she wanted it. That's going to go across the field. You'll see that play ran
grabbed her knee. I didn't like to see that from Smiley.
Several times. Caldwell's run that for a few years now where the lady that will go to the corner, and it'll look like they're changing who's going to take the corner kick, but they'll tap it just to put it in play.
Yeah, and that's
try to catch the other team off guard.
That is a legal play. You can do that as long as you.
It fools more referees than anything because they stopped it in the scrimmage the other night.
I've seen it fool referees before. Have to be explained to them.
So Ginn has it back out as it's back in play. Freeman in the middle, tipped by Lyon County. Let's see who's fighting through a couple people. That's Laney Fletcher still on her feet. Gets it over.
Pass.
Oh, nice pass over to Seibert. Just barely missed the shot.
I think, yeah, Becca might have just slightly been offside.
Yeah, I think that's what they are going to call.
They're going to call offside.
Nice job by Laney Fletcher to fight off 3 people and be able to come up with possession. As we are under 2 minutes to play down the first half, it'll be all on the referee's whistle. Caldwell County with the 5-0 lead. Easy pass over to Maggie. Maggie's got to put a little bit more on that pass. I think she's getting the same direction from Coach Jacobs. Now Freeman has it. A lot of players on the far side. Ball's going to be kicked up, and it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Caldwell County.
Hopefully we got our streaming at home a little fixed here, cooled off the computer a little bit. It's nice to see that cloud cover come in, Dennis. Cool us off a little bit.
And we'll use the fan on Friday night. I'm sure that's a lesson that Bob and I learned early on in the broadcast booth at
up in that broadcast
Tiger
booth.
Stadium in August and early September. You want a fan.
It doesn't get hot up there, does it, bub?
Just a tad.
You're baking.
So we made that mistake one game, and that was it.
You know, Brad Adams, good buddy,
Yeah.
who cooked for the Lady Tigers tonight. We really appreciate him and Bonnie cooking for the Lady Tigers tonight. He loves to smoke, so that's what I'm going to think of when you and Bob are up there and that smoker being on.
Oh.
Hopefully the weather will be a little cooler Friday evening for not only you but the players as well.
I'm looking forward to Friday night. A lot of fun times at football games. Shot on goal off the side of the net by Laney Fletcher. Clock is stopped. We're inside of 2 minutes left in the half.
Play getting a little bit more physical, both sides.
And Joe, while we do the halftime report, I do want to mention a few of our sponsors because a couple of them really strike me as something you want to know about. And I've got some information on a couple of them. And there's the whistle for halftime. So after 40 minutes of play, Caldwell County Lady Tigers came out early and took control. We'll wrap up the scoring for the first half, talk about the second half and this week's broadcast schedule here on WPKY. We'll have all that after a break, so stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on 103.3 The Tiger.
What does your service appointment at Tri-Fuse do? Glad you asked. Here at Tri-Fuse, we give a true 27-point inspection with each vehicle service. We change your oil, check fluids in your transmission, coolant system, power steering, washing fluid, and brakes. Then we inspect your tires, wiper blades, brakes, air filter, belt, hoses, drive boost, and exhaust system. Shoot, that's a lot. Keeping your vehicle maintained at Tri-Fuse in Princeton is your best chance of a long and happy vehicle life. Call today for your appointment, 270-365-5522, Tri-Fuse Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
Welcome to Princeton, Kentucky, all Eclipse viewers. We at Little Caesars Pizza would like to extend a very warm welcome to our town. Whether you are staying here or just passing through, stop by our restaurant at 204 US 62 West Princeton. Although we are famous for our $5 pepperoni or cheese pizza, we also offer a full range of pizza options. Thin, hand-tossed beef dish and cheese stuffed crust, as well as all the meats and veggies to top off your perfect pizza. Our other menu options include chicken wings, buffalo barbecue, lemon pepper, teriyaki, spicy barbecue, and garlic parmesan, crazy bread, our version of breadsticks, only better, Italian cheese bread, cinnamon and bacon bites, and Pepsi products in 20-ounce bottles or ice-cold 2 liters. We will deliver for large orders. Call the store for more details. 270-365-3311. Pizza, pizza!
This is Carol at the Woodall Agency at 110 West Washington Street in the heart of downtown Princeton. Our agency is proud to have been a part of this community since 1907. We want you to come by and see us soon. We may be able to save you some money on your home, auto, motorcycle, or mobile home insurance. We offer discounts for good students, multi-policy, safe drivers, and many more. We appreciate our loyal customers, and we will work hard to make you feel like part of the Woodall Agency family. Call me today at 365-5541.
Hey, Ty, did you know that Cozy Living is here as new owner? No, I didn't. I was so impressed when I was in there. They have items for everybody. Furniture, boutique, and gifts. They have baby items? Yes, and a registry. One thing that impressed me the absolute most was they offer veterans and first responders always 10% off. That is impressive. And you've got to meet their adorable mascot, Dave. He is a golden doodle puppy. I'm definitely going to go by today. Where are they located? 235 Northville Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy living, just like a home should be.
And we are back at Butler Stadium. We're at halftime. Caldwell County Lady Tigers lead the Lady Lions 5-0. Dennis Stevens, Joe McEnany, Darren Lewis here, and Ty back at the station. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far tonight. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half, Joe. With 24 minutes left in the half, Lucy Goffinette got us on the board for the first time at home this season with a nice goal. Followed about 2 minutes later, Lainey Fletcher, the first of her two tonight. As Lainey's played a whale of a game.
Yes.
She's got some nice shots on goal tonight. She scored with 22 minutes left and also 16 minutes left. Pookie Traylor with a nice goal about 8 minutes later, and then not long behind that, Meriden Janina put her first goal of the night in. That gives her 4 on the season after that hat trick last night. That one with about 6 minutes left in the first half. So at the end of one half, it's Caldwell County 5 and Lyon County nothing. About what we expected tonight. Lyon County, as we mentioned, maybe rebuilding. Caldwell, a very strong team this year. So, Joe, not really any surprises. The passing has looked good. The intensity looked good. I think the only thing Coach Jacobs would say on this game that he needed to work on was maybe the intensity right off the bat. He had to call some players off, talk to them a little bit. They came back out. Shortly afterwards, Lucy Goffinette put the ball in the net.
Yeah, I think a very accurate description of the first half of this game, Dennis. Mainly controlled by the Tigers, but a little more intensity. Probably Coach wanted coming out. You know, we certainly heard him giving a lot more vocal, a little louder vocal coaching in the beginning. As then he started to settle in as the game went on, and you could clearly see the Lady Tigers settled in as well. So great effort by the Lady Lions. I think the goalie has made a number of phenomenal saves. Otherwise, this game clearly could already be darn near over. Some great play by not only the seniors and the other junior sophomores, but the freshman team. What about that freshman team coming in, Dennis?
I'll tell you what, the cabinet is looking full if you're Coach Jacobs, because you've got your daughter Kaylee, you've got Adams,
Morgan McDaniel. You
McDaniel's
have
in
Hannah
there
Young
tonight, and also I thought Hannah Young in the starting lineup tonight. I thought she did a good job. So when you're starting two freshmen on that back line and you're shutting somebody out, or last night gave up 2 goals to a pretty quality Trigg County team, you got some confidence in them. You don't just put a freshman back there thinking they're going to learn on the fly, which they will to an extent, but you've got to have some confidence, even though you've got McKenna Jackson back there.
Yeah, and like you said, they're making an impact right away. You got SG, right?
SG,
yeah. You know, who's a powerhouse as well, like McKenna. So it's great to have that senior leadership along with the younger ones coming in. And again, for Coach Jacob, we saw it today. The amount of keeping those fresh legs out there, it was pretty regimented. Every 8 minutes or so, he moved 4 or 5 players in and able to rest up his players. You know, we already made mention. Smiley, a tender knee. We don't want to see that get aggravated. So I think Coach is aware of that. And, especially in this heat starting off, he's coaching a smart game as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to come to light a little bit more in that second half as Lyon County not as deep. They'll start to wear down a little bit in this heat, and you keep shoving 3, 4, 5 players at a time in like we did one time that first half. I think it's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, the physical effect will come into play.
Joe, I do want to mention just a couple of these sponsors. I've got a couple of stories to tell before we get started in the second half. Little Caesars, we appreciate them so much being part of our crew. Last year they sponsored the player of the game in football.
Very good.
Well,
yep.
Bob and I are a little indecisive, so we were giving 2 or 3 players a game, and Brian was gracious enough. He gave the pizzas to the guys, and we appreciate Brian.
We'll wear that
Little
Little Caesars out.
And new to our sponsors this year, Hancock's over in Katie's.
And
I'm telling you, Joe, I'll say this during football season also, they've got the best catered roast beef dinner you will ever eat. I mean, it's tender. They've got some kind of black gravy. But we use it where I work at U.S. Tobacco, and I've used it personally for some. But Hancock's, we're glad to have them. So if you cater anything, even as few as 10 people, that roast beef dinner is wonderful.
Well, and we hated to see Hancock's leave our area, obviously, but truly appreciate the team at Hancock's supporting Lady Tiger Soccer and the Tiger program overall.
And the girls back on the field. We're about to start this one. Don't forget soccer again on Thursday night as Caldwell boys will be in action we'll have the game here on WPKY at 7 o'clock. And then Friday night, first football game of the season against Christian County. Bob and Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock, the pregame show at 6:30, and kickoff at 7 o'clock from Tiger Stadium. So join us for all of that action right here on WPKY 103.3 and also WPKYonline.com. Caldwell County puts the ball in play first. Janina back up front for the Lady Tigers. Ball put over to McEnany. McEnany starts in the starting lineup for this second half. Nice look down the field. You could tell she was looking for Laney Fletcher on that one. Deflected off, picked back up by Meriden Janina. Now Fletcher battling through, pokes it through, and almost a goal, but she hit it right in the stomach of the keeper for Lyon County. But that's some pretty good toughness for Laney Fletcher. Not the biggest player on the field, but by far one of the toughest.
Yeah, and you're right. You know, I followed the JV last year and the varsity along with you, but it is amazing to see Laney coming out with that mental and physical toughness that she's displaying over there on the wing.
And, Joe, my apologies. I forgot we were going to switch up. It's just force of habit, so you take this.
No, you go ahead. I'm helping Darren with some of the audiovisual. We're going through our test phase here for our streaming as well as broadcasting, bringing some new equipment in. So if you see some jitters out there, don't worry. We're figuring it out as we go along. We're getting it all worked out. I tell you, I heard some good comments from Friday night when we did a practice run at the scrimmage, and also from the wiffle ball tournament that I think you did with Bob. A lot of people said how good things are looking with some of our new equipment. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We put new camera. We upgraded our camera for the season, so hopefully it's visible in the quality of the picture that everyone receives. Now, sometimes we're just at the mercy of our broadband. But beyond that, quality of our picture should continue to be outstanding through the year. And we do appreciate the upgrades to it because we have a lot of people. The live stream has really taken off with football and with soccer, so we know a lot of people are watching, and I'm sure they'll be able to tell a big difference this season. I'm on the camera, Dennis, so there might be a little more jumping around. This media has really taken my skills, pressed my skills to a new level, and I shouldn't say skills, my lack thereof. It's a lot of fun, you got to admit. We've had a ball the last couple of 3 years since you guys bought the station. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. We can make mistakes. We don't really have anybody to own up to, except the big boss, my wife. I better leave that one alone at that, Joseph. Hopefully she's not listening right now. We'll get back to the game on that one. Lady Fletcher takes it to the corner. She's good, does a good job stopping it, looks across the field. And that's the thing about this team. That's a pass-first situation. She had the shot on it. Now she's going to pull the trigger, tried to poke one in. Good play by the keeper to keep that one wide of the net. Yep. But we've seen Taylor, we've seen Laney, we've seen McKenzie all come up with that pass-first mentality, and that's something you're liking to see because that's going to give you more opportunities looking up that field. Well, and it makes it difficult for the defense to isolate and collapse on a person because, you don't know where that shot's going to come from. You can see it spread across in our goals tonight. And Lyon County substituting inside the first 4 minutes. So, Joe, we talked about that. Fatigue may become a factor as we get into this second half for the Lady Lions a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're certainly playing hard, but you can see that it's going to be challenging. That's going to be a goal by Janina, 10 out of 10 times. Nice pass over from Goffinette. And Janina gets her second goal of the night. She scored the last goal of the first half. 6-0 Caldwell County. Yeah, again, she doesn't try to do anything crazy with the shot. She just picks the spot and pushes the ball to the spot. And Joel, while we have a restart transition here, I want to brag. You've talked about the freshmen during the halftime. A couple of freshmen, Young and Adams, did a good job a while ago. It looked like Lyon County was finally going to break through with a through ball on that defense. And Young went to get it while Adams rotated over to the position Young in. Young brought it back around, got it up the field, and actually got it to Fletcher for a scoring opportunity that started 50 yards back. Yeah, and again, I think coaching, that you have Coach Jacobs and his coaching staff doing a wonderful job developing the JV teams, and we're seeing some of that come through to the varsity now, where they understand each other. So you bring 2 freshmen in, and all of a sudden those 2 freshmen are used to playing together. So making a difference.
Absolutely. A nice rotation. That's something you expect out of your juniors or seniors. When you get it out of a freshman, you know you've got a couple of good players.
No doubt about it.
Ball back up to McEnany. She wants to go sideways over to Goffinette. Good pass to Lucy. She brings it over. Nice crossover step.
Cross.
Takes it back to the goal. 1 player to beat. Shot on goal. Kicked away by the keeper. Still alive in the corner. And that was going to go off of Goffinette. And it'll be a throw for Lyon County. But a nice job by Lucy. And the keeper for Lyon County has really done a good job tonight.
Yeah, has made some great saves. And, you know, a lot of pressure. Again, the Tigers putting a lot of pressure on the goalie and the defense. And they're starting to hone in.
And that's the first whistle of the night. And that's what you get when you go up against Sarah Grace or McKenna. That happened to be Sarah Grace Carnahan. She didn't move an ounce. The other player went to the ground. So
yeah, and
we talked about that a little in the first half. Not intentional or not facetious or anything on the call of it, but
just
Sarah
made
Grace
the
is
stand.
a tough player.
Yes.
Nice pass in.
Excellent
McEnany
pass.
with a crossover move. Has it snapped away at the last second. Now Lyon County is going to bring it back up, but off of Freeman.
Good steal by the Lyon County player.
Freeman against 2 players. She's going to drop it to Goffinette. Goffinette with a nice cross off the hands of the keeper, and she'll pick it up inbounds as the sun is really starting to come right at the broadcast booth. 33 minutes left in the ball game. Caldwell County leads this one 6-0. 2 goals by Fletcher, 2 by Janina, then Pookie Traylor and Lucy Goffinette round out the scoring so far by the Lady Tigers. Game completely controlled. You'd almost have to give it 99% to Caldwell County to this point. Now McEnany with some open space, feeds it to the corner.
A little too far out in front.
Yeah, kind of look for her to take that shot, Joe, with the space she had. But that's one of the things that this game is faster at this level than the JV. So that's something she'll learn.
She'll
really
move
quick.
into. I agree. I think we've had that conversation. I think Coach had that conversation with she does a nice job with passing, but she's out there in front at the top of that 18, and she's got space. Boy, you can make a move and either draw that defenseman up or take that open lane shot.
Take that shot and let somebody rebound it to put something in.
Absolutely. But I think that'll change as the year goes on, like you say.
Ball played out by Lyon County. A wholesale slew of changes comes up now. Seibert has the ball, looks in for Traylor. Traylor back out towards Smiley. She gets it over to Butts. Now Butts to Smiley. Smiley wants the cross shot off the top bar. And out by Lyon County. A little unfortunate there for McKenzie as that one went off the top bar.
Yeah.
We do have the rounded pole goals here at Caldwell County, so sometimes you'll get that break. That one played by number 23. That's Sophie Littlefield. McDaniels is going to take the throw in.
Nice flick by Becca Seibert there.
And I think I can tell McDaniels without the number so much as Pookie puts it over the back of the goal because she looks so much like Taylor, and Taylor played for years as my old broadcast partner, Jeff McDaniels, we covered a lot of games up here, had a lot of conversations and had good times, and that's one of our friends for soccer is Jeff McDaniels.
Yeah, we appreciate him helping out on the broadcast, and I'm sure he'll be helping out this year. Of course, I had to have a talk with him, Dennis. He was out here recruiting basketball players from the soccer team the one,
sure, that's
one
his
game.
Sport, yeah.
So we had to have a little conversation with him, but I think we got all that worked out.
That ball rolls out of bounds off of Lyon County. It'll be Lady Tiger throw in just on their defensive end. Caldwell bringing all but 2 defensive players up inside the offensive half. McDaniels pass didn't really get what she wanted on that one, but it's going to be kicked out by Lyon County. It'll move the Lady Tigers back to about the 18 extended for the throw-in. So Coach Jacobs giving some instructions to I think he substituted at least 6 players a moment ago, Joe, maybe even 7.
I think it might have been, I think it might have been 7.
And we do have a new keeper in, and Joe, you probably know her.
That's yes, Kate Manley.
Kate Manley. Okay, here's her number. Caitlin Manley is a freshman or no sophomore. Sophomore.
And again, she helps Drew. I know Drew wasn't feeling real well yesterday. So Kate came in yesterday, made some great plays for the Lady Tigers. So
that's a goal.
Oh, yeah.
You knew that was coming. Nice give and go and back. Mackenzie Smiley with the goal.
Again, good fundamental soccer. The defense collapsing. They give it back and forth. And
It was
Smiley
a good
closes
job
the
on a
deal.
couple of things there, Joe. If you saw Mackenzie brought it down, it was basically 2-on-1. Pookie Trailer on the far side. Pookie did a good job staying onside. She was knowing where the last defender was. The pass went from Smiley over to Pookie instead of Pookie trying to pull it real quick, which the goalie anticipated.
Yes.
It was a one-touch back to Smiley, who was able to basically walk it into the goal at that point.
Yep.
So a good job by those two. Makes it 7-0 Caldwell County as a Lion player goes down. Whistle's going to blow, and it'll be Lady Lion free kick from about 25 yards out. Lion player is still on the ground. And I'll tell you what, about 29 minutes left in this half. Let's go back to the station for a break.
Yeah.
We'll take 1 minute and be back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on 103.3 The Tiger.
Get together for a wonderful shopping experience to remember in downtown Princeton during this total solar eclipse. Andrews gatherings will stay open later in the afternoon and will be open Sunday afternoon and
You
all
won't take
day
that
Monday.
over at any time. You just, if you want.
Okay, I'll try.
Sure, you go ahead.
Perfect viewing in downtown Princeton and Sandra's Gatherings, located in the heart of Princeton, is filled with loads of shopping ideas just for you. Stop by Sandra's Gatherings on Main Street in Princeton and experience the total solar eclipse and a wonderful shopping experience. Sandra's Gatherings on Main Street in Princeton.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
Okay, we're back at Tiger Stadium. We had a Lyon County player go down, and she just came back to her feet, so the crowd gave her a nice round of applause. Hope she's okay. Looks like she's walking off on her own power, holding her side and her shoulder. So hopefully nothing drastic, nothing major, and let's hope she'll be fine. We'll give you an
wish her
update
the
as
best,
we go along.
especially with an
Absolutely.
already short bench for the Lady Lions.
And of course, you know the heat, Dennis, and the wear and tear of the heat's gotta wear on these ladies. So looks like we're gonna have a kick from top of the a little past top of the 18. Lyon County should get the opportunity. Are they gonna do a drop ball?
It
No,
looks like they
they're
are going to do a drop ball.
I
Nobody
thought-
had
I-
possession when that player went down, so
Right.
they are going to
So
drop.
they're gonna do a drop ball.
Looks like Sarah Grace Carnahan will be in the mix on this one.
No, that's Hannah Young.
Oh, is it Hannah? Okay.
Hannah Young. Ball comes down. Hannah, they meet it the same way. Hannah gets the little best of that deal. Comes to the middle. Lyon County clears down the field, middle of the field. Ball moves up the middle. Becca Siebert puts the ball over to the wing to Smiley, who crosses it over to Pookie, who puts a shot on goal just wide to the right. So quick move by Hannah to the middle of the field. Maggie Ginn. That's who. It locked me up. She made a nice play. Moved the ball down. So Lyon County will be...
like actually Sophie Littlefield, number 23, brought it down the middle.
Very good. Lyon County takes their goal kick, squeezes past their teammate, and it's going to be a Lady Tiger throw-in from the side. Ball comes into Smiley. Middle of the field coming down. Matea Butts on the end. Smiley takes it to the middle to Pookie. Pookie makes a move around the defender and puts the ball in the back of the net. I tell you, Pookie Trailer's another aggressive striker for the Lady Tigers. Again, Smiley draws the defenders, makes a great threading pass to Pookie, who takes the ball in, drills it into the back of the net.
She put a great one-on-two move behind
Yes.
her back. Over to the side, gave herself some room and put it into the net easily.
Start the reset. Ball comes to Lyon County. Kicks it into Lady Tiger territory, who comes out now in the middle of the field. Sophie Littlefield. No, it looks like Becca. I'm sorry, Becca.
Seibert and Littlefield,
play.
they look so much alike.
I
You
know.
really, without those numbers, they could pass as twins from our broadcast spot.
Matea grabs control of the lower counter, makes a great cross to the middle, and Sophie's in position. And we talked about that earlier. Sophie in position on the far bar, drills the goal home, and that would be ball game. Oh, nope.
Now, one more. It's
9.
9-0 Caldwell County.
Okay, well, what confused me is it's another wholesale change by the Lady Tiger team. Looks like, I'm going to say 9 again, 8-9, I think.
And Joe, when you can do that and actually build on your lead, you know you've got a good bench.
Yes. Well, Lyon County brings the ball into play from middle of the field, making a move. McEnany comes in along with the SG to break that up. Ball goes out on the fan side of the field. It's going to be a Lady Tiger throw in. Hannah Young with the throw. Beautiful throw. Catches lane in middle. Lyon County player intercepts and kicks the ball downfield. Ball back in the deep Lady Tiger territory. Hannah comes in with another throw in to Taylor, who brings the ball out, is collapsed upon by 2 Lyon County players. Lyon County player squeezes it past her. Ball goes to the middle. Hannah comes in, steps in, intercepts, moves the ball up front to McEnany. McEnany comes up to the center of the field. Good hustle by both players. Lyon County player makes a move, gets it through, tries to thread a pass down the end, but again, Lady Tiger defense coming in. Janina comes in, breaks that up, moves the ball up front off the Lyon County player. It's going to be a Lady Tiger throw just on the Lyon County side of the half line.
And Joe, for those new to the soccer broadcast that are listening maybe for the first time tonight, there is a mercy rule in high school soccer. You get 10 goals ahead of a team in the second half, they will call the game. So Caldwell County on the verge of that right now with the 9-0 lead on Lyon County.
Oh, look who came out front. I didn't realize that.
Drew Thomas.
Our goalie, Drew Thomas, makes a wonderful body play to position the ball and herself for the shot, takes a left-footed shot and just goes wide right.
Yeah, she tried to end that right there. That's one of the reasons Mara Hughes, I think, has the Caldwell scoring record you'll never see broken, because back in that day, there was no such thing as a mercy rule. You played the whole 80 minutes.
How about that? I didn't realize that.
Several goals more than they can now. So the records that stand in KHSAA, like at Caldwell or overall statewide,
that'd be very difficult.
Chances are you will never see broken.
That makes sense. Ball goes out of play by Lyon County, about halfway mark on the Lady Tiger side of the field. Looks like SG is going to throw this ball in.
Coach Jacobs directing his players around where he wants them for this throw.
Taylor comes back, grabs possession, passes it back to SG, puts the ball into the middle. Lyon County picks it up, comes down, but runs into McKenna Jackson, who clears the ball out to the middle. Ball moving around the middle. Lyon County grabs possession, throws it downfield. Got Hannah Young and number 25 from Lyon County battling for the ball. Hannah clears the ball outside. It'd be a Lyon County throw down in the Tiger half of the field.
Hannah Young making plays tonight. She really don't expect out of her freshman. She did a good job getting position on that, was prepared to hit it back with a good flick. She got a shoulder and was able to just kick it out of bounds and reset her defense. Played smart right there, so good job by Hannah Young.
Yeah, using her body to keep that player from getting goal side on her and clearing that ball. Another clearing by Kelsey Adams, Lyon County throw coming in. Ball played 25, 22, makes a move to the middle for Lyon County again. Stepped into a Lady Tiger player. Looks like Hannah might have got stepped on. She's stretching out here. We got a sub.
And Lyon County will come in with a substitute. 20 minutes left in the ball game. Caldwell County leads this one 9-0.
Another Lyon County throw coming in from the side. Janina up front to contest that. Ball goes back to SG, who clears it to the center. Taylor's out front, dribbles down. And looks like Lucy Golf net on the side, making a nice run. A lot of clear open spaces. Nice collapse by number 8 of the defense, because Lucy was winding up to make a wonderful pass over to Drew. Was looking for Drew on the far bar and had her. But
you might have heard the Lyon County coach saying, stop the ball. Lucy did exactly what we talked about in the first half. Until somebody stops you, you dribble in as far as you can go to take the shot. Looks like a Tiger corner kick. Ball comes in, goes over to Drew, who doesn't. Oh, no, that was Taylor. Yeah. Great header, straight on goal. Lyon County goalie makes a nice play. And she's made a half a dozen really good goals tonight. This one would have been over several minutes ago. Yes. Ball comes out to the middle. Lady Tigers take control. Move it back down the far side. Lucy makes a play. Lyon County player chips it out. Lucy comes in. Number 3 comes in with the throw. Over to the center. Lyon County able to clear it out to center, where Hannah Young contests another Lyon County player and clears it back down to Lucy, who punches it over. Again, a nice give and go that we've seen, Dennis. This game, the last game, ball comes to the middle, lands on McEnany's foot, who passes it over. Oh, wonderful. Passes it over for the scoring attempt by Drew Hadley, and she puts a nice shot on goal. It just happens to go straight to the goalie. So, nice play, unselfish play by the Lady Tigers, moving that ball around, trying to get Drew that 10th goal. We've talked about a lot tonight about the unselfish play of these forward players, and your daughter, being a freshman, fits right in that mold. She looked up to make the pass over to Drew first. Yeah, she could have easily pulled on that one. There it is, right there. Well, just what I think the Lady Tigers were hoping to do. Drew, no mistake about that one, puts that in the back of the net. And we compliment the Lady Lions for a valiant effort. Really, the Lady Tigers are a team to be reckoned with this year, Dennis. They are. We see that. See that tonight. A lot of talent on that field. As the players line up to congratulate each other, we'll send it back to the station for a quick break and then do a wrap up. So, thank you for watching Lady Tiger Soccer.
Colonel Sanders from KFC here to talk about the good old days. Well, the good old days are still here in chicken form, specifically in KFC's original chicken with 11 herbs and spices. Our delicious chicken is still hand-breaded and pressure-fried just like it was then. Get your fill with 2 pieces of my original recipe, the $5 fill-up. At participating KFC, prices may vary. Tax extra.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agriculture propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Okay, we're back at Tiger Stadium. Again, our final score 10-0. Looks like we had 17 minutes, a little over 17 minutes left on the clock, Dennis, and what you had mentioned earlier that they'll call the game at 10-0 is
right. And we talked about this off air. We kind of expected Caldwell County to come out and maybe put the hammer down a little bit. Heavily favored team. They've got a big game coming up Saturday with UHA, the first round of the All-A Classic. And that's a game time, by the way, Joe, that's moved up to 4 o'clock because of all of the eclipse traffic expected over the weekend. So that's a 4 o'clock Saturday kickoff here at Butler Stadium. But taking a look at the second half scoring, Caldwell County 5 goals in the first half, 5 in the second. Meriden Janina quickly 4 minutes into the second half with her second goal of the night. Mackenzie Smiley scored right after her about 6 minutes later with about 25 minutes left. It was a double shot. Pookie Traylor and Sophie Littlefield goals about 30 seconds apart, really. And then 6 minutes later, Drew Thomas ended this one, getting to play the field tonight in a lopsided win. She puts the dagger into Lyon County with a goal. 18 minutes left. That leaves it Caldwell County 10, Lyon County nothing. JV game about to start. But, Joe, just a lot of expectations. First two games, I wouldn't say necessarily warm-ups, but heavily favored against Trigg and against Lyon. You're going to get a better measurement come Saturday in the first round of that All-A. We would love to have a big crowd here at Butler Stadium to check that out at 4 o'clock, because that's a big matchup for the Lady Tigers early.
Absolutely, and it looks like the weather's going to be wonderful. We will be broadcasting again as we did this evening, and also streaming. Dennis, you had mentioned we will also be streaming the men's Tigers team on Thursday, and then of course the Tiger football kicks off its season Friday evening. So, wow, what a performance by the Lady Tigers this evening, and excited about not only this Saturday coming up, the test, but excited about the season.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and we hope everybody will tune in all season long. We're going to have a variety of folks calling some games here. We're going to have a lot of fun with it here on 103.3 The Tigers, so it's going to be a fun season, but we're really expecting a lot of things out of this Lady Tiger squad as the season goes along. And, Joe, I know you want to mention some of these sponsors, and we're so tickled to have these sponsors with us all the fall sports season. We'll have a lot of fun with them all year long, but you want to mention a few right now, I'm sure.
I really do, and I tell you, Dennis, it's accurate. We truly appreciate, the sponsorship. That's what allows us to broadcast these games. So, if I could, Bella Marie, the Black Patch Grill, Capital Cinemas, Computer Consulting Services, H&S Health and Wellness, Treasures Remembered, Florist and Greenhouse, Kay's Kitchen, Hancock's Markets, Taco John's, Little Caesars, you mentioned earlier. Taco John's, I just had some of that the other night. Delicious. I love the potato olays. Cozy Living. Man cannot live by McDonald's alone, by the way. That's right. And the Golden Diamond Outlet. So, again, thank you to all our sponsors. Coach, what do you think? Coach Jacobs just coming up to join us in the broadcast booth. Wow, Dennis and I were talking about it before the game this evening. What a great start yesterday, and then the Tigers came out. Tell us your thoughts about the game.
For sure. I mean, you can never be not happy with the scoreline that way. That's a good way to go 2-0 and to get into preparation for UHA on Saturday. Overall, I think we started a bit slow. I think the girls agreed on that. It was maybe not as quick, not as crisp as we would have liked. We had a little talk about it. It came out. Looked much better. I was very happy. Some things we had really worked on all throughout the preseason and yesterday as well as today was our speed of play and our combination play. And I thought that we made good decisions. We made good runs. We played the ball quickly. And overall, it was a great performance. I'm very, very happy about that.
Yeah, Dennis and I were discussing at the beginning of the game when you about 4 or 5 minutes in, you did a change. And we could hear you. We noticed your coaching style, and we appreciate you doing this for the Tiger program. But you were a little more vocal, a little louder in the beginning, and then it scaled back. But you could see the change of pace once you put that first group in. You mentioned it. You felt girls came out. Not that they came out flat, but they just weren't where you wanted them. And when you made that change, boy, that changed the momentum for the Tigers.
And that's something we want a culture here. We're trying to have the culture of we expect nothing but the best. And if it's not up to par, they know my coaching style. I'm not afraid to let them know. They know that they're open to that kind of talk. And so that's something I appreciate for them. That's not a one-way street. That's more credit to them than it is to me. They're willing to listen. They're willing to respond. And so it's nice to have that kind of culture. But we had a talk before the game about how we want to come out. We don't want to be the same team that we've been in the past. We want to come out and we want to set a tone for ourselves and for other teams to know who we are.
Well, I mean, that's clearly evident that that message got across to your team as the game went on. And talk to me a little bit about not only just the non-selfish play of your team and how they just seem like they're gelling very well right here at the beginning.
Definitely, and that's something that we really I credit a lot to, again, the girls in the offseason. We set a goal that this is where we want to be by the end of the season, what we want to look like, and we really looked for with all the games in Bluegrass at Murray State Camp, let's get all that chemistry issue out early. People come in from the summer, it's a little rusty, it's a little disconnected, but with all those games, we want to be in a position where we're together as a team. And I think a lot of that has to do with we've changed our style of play a little this year. Last year it was a little more direct up top, and this year we're looking more for spread it around. We always talk about if you have a good opportunity but your teammate has a great opportunity, get it to your teammate. And I think the girls have really bought into that, and they're not afraid to pick up the assist. They're not afraid. As the mentality here is, as long as that ball is going in the back of the net, we're working towards a common goal. And whoever hits it, we're happy for them.
I tell you, we can verify that is apparent here in the early part of the season. It's apparent your players are responding to your direction. And, you know, we're tickled for you. It's exciting to see the Tiger program, Lady Tiger program, getting started. The fact that you've had a little success here early on.
For sure.
You're right. It's exciting.
It's always good.
Yeah, and
always good.
A test coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on the game Saturday?
We expect nothing but to win. This is our mentality going into this. We want to have that killer instinct. I don't care if we're playing anywhere from Lyon County like we did today all the way up to West Jessamine, who won state last year. Our mentality is there's not a team that we play that we cannot beat. And you've just got to buy into that as the team. Now, UHA is going to be a test. They're well coached. They have one of the best players in the region in Lily Strader. They're a good team that plays together, but so are we.
Yes.
And so we expect full on to come out and give them a game. That scoreline that we had last year is not something we look to repeat. That's not something we're happy with, and we've had this game circled. This is something we want to come in and be strong with. We'll have a couple days of preparation, and we want to win that All-A for our region this year.
Well, we wish you the best, and the Tiger program, again, couldn't be more proud, Coach, that you're leading the group of young ladies here. We've been fortunate over the years to have outstanding coaches. You've come into that, and I know it's probably rewarding for you as well to see some of the ones you were coaching at JV coming up.
Sure.
Now coming into this varsity. You got a great group of seniors, some great middleclassmen, and what a powerful freshman team you have coming up into the mix. So a deep bench.
Yes.
A deep bench, and it hopes to be an exciting year. I'm sure it will be for you, and we wish you the best and appreciate all you do for Tiger Soccer.
For sure. Thank you for coming out. And I got to say before I go, just the effort all around through girls, especially. I think every single player touched the field this game. Just wanted to throw that out there. I'm very proud of the effort that was put in. Thank you to you guys for coming up here and the sponsors that put it on. And thanks for the crowd, the people who come out and support us.
Yeah,
because that
crowd to see
girls get fired up for that. And so we really appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much. We'll see you Saturday.
Okay, buddy. That was Coach Jacobs joining us here in the broadcast booth, getting ready for the JV team as the JV team warms up to take on the Lyon County Lady Lion JV group. Again, Den, final thoughts.
Well, I think there's a lot of expectations. I think Coach Jacobs had a bad taste in his mouth after that regional game against Hopkinsville last year. They brought the district back to Princeton, first time in 5 years, had a winning record, did a great job, but got annihilated in the region. He built on that. That's been with him all winter. We've talked during basketball season some. He knew what he had coming back. He knew this group of seniors. He knew the freshmen. He knew everything in between. And he's trying to build a mentality in Caldwell County girls soccer that's been missing for a while, in all honesty, since probably maybe back to 2010 when they really expected to win every game. I think that's what's building this bunch, and you see it tonight when they get out there. They don't care who scores. It's not about a team or a person having 5 goals or getting their picture in the paper.
Right.
The passing tonight was as unselfish as you'll ever see in a girls' high school game.
And it's just
and that's
powerful.
just a credit to these kids and to the coaching. And I'm expecting a lot this year. I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Well, and as I am, and again, Den, what a credit to the great effort by the Lady Tigers. Equally appreciate the effort by the Lady Lions, who never gave up.
Right.
Fought the whole way through on somewhat of a rebuilding year, which is okay. But again, great close rival coming into town.
Yeah.
It's always great to get a win, but excited about the upcoming season. Well, buddy, I can tell you I appreciate you coming in, the voice of the Lady Tigers. Dennis is
always have a ball.
And the Tiger football, very talented, and I'm doing my best to learn from you, so I can chip in. Darren, we appreciate your efforts, Darren,
do.
on our technology and our streaming. So, on behalf of WPKY, we're going to sign off from Lady Tiger Field. Hope you all have a great evening. Join us on Thursday for the broadcast Tiger Soccer starting at 7, and then Tiger Football starting Friday.
Friday night. Here we go.
Friday night. That's right. Okay. All the best. All have a good evening.
Electric.